Good morning. This was Frankfurt Trade Stalkers on the 26th of February. It's about 7:15. This morning for about the next 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to give you the targets to the upside, targets to the downside, and areas of consolidation, and tell you about an exciting opportunity coming up next week. Start off with we got about 15 minutes, and then we're going to have the GDP reports. We've got international trade, personal income and outlays, and consumer sentiment. Then a couple of Fed speakers later on this morning, which may or may not move the market. As you can see, and you probably heard about the oil and stocks are now kind of close and still moving after each other, or fearing each other, but it's still mainly oil. So if we take a look last night, we can see that the open was about 1949. We had an overnight high of 1968.75, and we had a low, what's it, about 1948 area here, right in this area. So not too bad. We just basically opened up and consolidated all the way to the European Open. And straight up, just blanket coming off of our news and oil prices all the way up to this 1968. A couple of days ago, we talked about key levels between 1950 and 1970. We finally hit that yesterday at the 1954 area where the red dash zone is right here, and then right up to just under 1970, and then we started coming back. Looks like right now we just kind of bounced off a little area right here about 1957. We're retesting as we close below the 24-hour VWAP and our moving average median. And now we're looking to see what this market's going to go. It looks like we might just come back and retest this 50% retracement. Important thing from yesterday. This should be a solid retest, and depending on what the reports say this morning, especially GDP, international trade, we could uh, we could get this bounce to go straight up, or where the market could just dump on us and we could head right back down. So let's take a look into the upside. First of all, we think it within the next 15, 20 minutes, the GDP and all these major reports are going to make this market move. So let's say we're going to come back down, retest this 50% retracement, which we need to do technically. All right. So we're going to get a bounce here, down here. Now wait for the news. Don't let it drive you down in case it does come all the way down. But make sure and wait we get this bounce, and we're going to get here and we're going to go long. And of course, the first target is going to be these median 24-hour VWAP and that moving average median price. But then it hits this, we're got a little bit of pullback, and then we should accelerate right back up into this zone 64 to 66, possibly right back up to test this 68.75 level. At that point, we'll get a little bit of consolidation across this zone to 66, maybe even down to 62 for a while. And then next thing we're going to be looking at as the next target up is going to be the 70 area to 72, and targets on up to 1980s today. Being it's a Friday, this could just be kind of crazy, and people taking profits after this week. But we could technically go up, maybe up to this 61 retracement up here to this level at 1990 area, which is another key resistance level, and expect a good downturn here to recover some of those just profit taking more than likely if we can get up to there. So just be cautious, be careful, take your targets off early. If we want to look at this to the downside, depending on what this news does, of course, we want to look for a close all the way down into here with these red dash support and here and these zones here. This is going to be a real dangerous area. This is going to be our biggest consolidation area between these two red lines today. So be real cautious and just avoid these trades. We need to come down and test this zone, come back up into here somewhere around the 1946, 47 area, and then wait for a close. If you're really aggressive, you can enter here, but this could be the bounce here to go right back up. So wait for a close below this zone around the 1943, 42 area. Look for the retracement back up into here. By that time, the 24-hour VWAP should be catching up to us, and we'll look for a downward move at that point, taking first targets at 38.75 to 36.50. Going to be some also support here at this fib at 35.50. After that, depending on how aggressive this market wants to be and how it wants to talk to us, we're going to go all the way back down to the 1930 areas and possibly down to the 22 and retest this one more time just above this 38.2. So right here, I would expect a bottom at least for today. If we do happen to get down low, the good place to do a reversal and go long, and then take your targets these reverse zones. Take half your options off as you can, and be cautious. Leave your runners on. Be cautious. Be careful. If you have any questions, give Frank a call at tradestalkers.com and look at the end of this video for a special link to our 30-day membership trial. See what we can do for you so you can become a better trader. And we'll have a good day and have a great weekend.